UFC 224 goes Saturday night in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil and features 13 fights. The card is headlined by women's bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes fighting Raquel Pennington in the main event. Nunes is one of 13 Brazilian fighters on the UFC 224 card. In the co-main event, Kelvin, Gastelum and Ronaldo Souza met in a fight that could determine the next middleweight title challenger. Gastelum knocked out former champion Michael Bisping at his last fight, improving his record to 14-3. Souza has been a performance of the night machine, winning 3 in his last 4 fights. The Brazilian fighter is 25-5 with 14 submission and 7 knockout victories in his career. Former light heavyweight champions Vitor Belfort and Lyoto Machida kick off the pay-per-view in a middleweight fight. Despite both fighters spending almost all of the last decade in the UFC, they have never fought in their career. Belfort has already announced that Saturday's fight will be the last of his career. The Brazilian fighter enters the fight with a 26-13 record and will retire after the fight. Machida holds a career record of 23-8. However, he has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. Middleweight Cesar Ferreira and Karl Roberson main event the preliminary card on FX. Ferreira enters with a 12-6 record and has won 4 of his last 5 fights. Roberson has a perfect 6-0 record. Only one of Roberson's fights have made it out of the first round. In the main event of the UFC Fight Pass card, Warlley Alves fights Sultan Aliyev. Alves won the Ultimate Fighter in 2014 and has a 12-2 record. However, Alves' 2 losses were in his last 3 fights. Aliyev is 14-2 in his career but has not fought since winning his last fight in December 2016. Here is everything you need to know about UFC 224. Date: Saturday, May 12th. Start time: prelims at 6:15 p.m. ET, main card at 10 p.m. At location: Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Venue: Joiness Arena. TV info: UFC Fight Pass, FX Pay-Per-View Prelim Live Stream, UFC TV, Fox Sports GOPPV Live Stream, UFC TV PPV, DirecTV. Full fight card can be found below. Main card: Pay-Per-View 10 p.m. at women's bantamweight, Amanda Nunes, C. vs. Raquel Pennington. Middleweight, Ronaldo Souza vs. Kelvin Gastelum. Women's strawweight, Mackenzie Dern vs. Amanda Cooper. Bantamweight, John Lineker vs. Brian Kelleher. Middleweight, Vitor Belfort vs. Lyoto Machida. Preliminary card, FX 8 p.m. at middleweight, Cesar Ferreira vs. Karl Roberson. Heavyweight, Alexei Oleinik vs. Junior Albino. Lightweight, Davi Ramos vs. Kine. Welterweight, Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos vs. Sean Strickland. Preliminary card, UFC Fight Pass 6:15 p.m. At welterweight, Warlley Alves vs. Sultan Aliyev. Middleweight, Thales Lates vs. Jack Hermansson. Welterweight, Alberto Mina vs. Ramazan Emeev. Middleweight, Marcus Perez vs. James Boknovic.